This tape is intended to provide a non-technical overview of a microprocessor-controlled spinning reel-type slot machine. Functionally, we hope to familiarize you with some of the features and the operation of the game itself. Externally, this game is comprised of a bottom glass, a top glass, a candle, and a reel glass. The bottom glass will generally come in two choices of configuration. One of them would be the traditional denomination style glass, where the artwork would simply show 25-cent or dollar denomination or whatever. The other choice is what's more popularly referred to as a theme glass. In this case, red, white, and blue designates the theme of the game concept here. The top glass is referred to as the pay table glass and reflects the amount in coins for the winning combinations that this game will return. You'll notice that this pay table is so large in the game that there isn't enough room to visibly display clearly all of the pay table combinations here without making them too small. So we go down into the bottom glass and present the other half of the pay table awards. On the top of the game is a light. It has two stages on it, and it serves four functions. The first one that we'll explain and demonstrate is the change button or service function. This is player initiated, and by pushing this button, it's designed to attract the attention of a floor attendant because the player would like either change or perhaps a game explanation. This can be readily seen in a casino and should be observed by all the floor personnel. The bottom stage will flash whenever the door has been opened to the game. And this should be observed by the floor people because this is a sign that a mechanic is working on it or someone has attempted to illegally gain access into the game. This candle, this light, will remain flashing until the completion of the first game cycle after the door has been closed. If the top light were to flash and the bottom were off, then that would indicate that the machine is in a tilt condition. And if both stages were to flash, then that would show that a jackpot has been hit by the player. On the reel glass is a series of LED displays across the front panel showing winner paid. That shows the amount in coins of the award that was just most recently hit. The credit window, which shows the credits accumulated as well as the additional credits that have just been won for that game cycle. An insert coin light that is illuminated until the maximum amount of coins have been inserted into the game, and a coin accepted light that shows once the first coin has been accepted and subsequent coins. The last display is a coins played window that will show how many coins have been played for this game. At this point, let's address the four different game styles that are available with current reel technology. The game that we're showing here is a single pay line game. This is a coin multiplier, and it's a 3-coin multiplier. Coin multiplier games are available typically in combinations that range between 2 coins all the way up to 6. These are the most popular presentations currently of this game. And what it means is that being a coin multiplier, each additional coin that's played multiplies linearly the amount of the award. If I play 1 coin and were to hit 3 blue 7s, I would be paid 150 coins. If I played 2 coins, the return is 300. And the third coin would return 450. The top award, in this case the top 2 awards, are non-linear. There's an extra bonus amount added into the top pay for any player who hits the award with the maximum amount of coins played, and that's the incentive for them to do so. The incentive is that the additional 2,800 coins returned for the top award represents an added perhaps half or 1% return to the player. So therefore, a single or 2-coin player on this type of game may play the game at 90%, but the max coin player will be playing it at approximately a 90.5 or a 91% return. And this represents a favor of 1% or 0.5% more favorable return to the player. This game, as I said, is a single-line, 3-coin multiplier game. This typically, on a single pay line game, will have a hit frequency of approximately 15%. This is an estimation. It'll vary a little bit, but for the sake of an example. Let's use 15%. Now, a hit frequency of 15% means that the player will, on average, get one winning combination for approximately every 6 handle pulls. A second game type is called a multi-line game. The advantages or the distinctions between a multi-line game and player appeal is that although the coin multiplier game doubles and triples the award amount for each additional coin played, you still only have a 15% chance, 1 in every 6 handle pulls, of hitting one of these combinations. The multi-line game takes the philosophy that each coin you play only accesses one level of jackpot, but gives you double, triple, 4 times or 5 times the opportunity to hit that combination. By that I mean that each coin you put in buys an additional pay line. The first coin in, just as in this game, buys you the center pay line. The second coin in would buy you a top pay line. The third one down here, and on 5 coin multipliers, and these come in 2 versions, 3-line and 5-line multipliers. A fourth coin would buy you a diagonal award recognition, and the fifth would buy you a diagonal award recognition or pay line in this fashion. What that means to the player is, although he's playing for lower award amounts, he has a chance of hitting it in 3 or 5 times as frequently as the single line player. Remember, if you have a 15% hit frequency on a single pay line machine and you're playing a 3-line game, that hit frequency now becomes 15, 30, 45%. That means to the player in a 3-line game that 1 in every 2 handle pulls will return something to him by recognizing and hitting an award combination. A 5-line game will typically return 75 or 80% of the time a winning combination to the player. That means 4 out of every 5 handle pulls will result in some credits being awarded. The perception on behalf of the player is not so much that he's earning a lesser amount than he would be on a single line game, but that he's winning more frequently. The overall outcome and the percentage of the games can be exactly the same. It's simply a matter of player perception and what they particularly respond to in the machines that they're looking to play. A third type of game that's available is called a buy-a-pay. A buy-a-pay takes a different philosophy towards the pay table. It's a single pay line game. However, we take all of the award symbols and combinations that represent awards and divide them up into 3 separate segments. And each coin in buys a portion of that pay table. In other words, the first coin in will only buy, let's say, these 3 award amounts. If anything else hits, even though it would be an award combination, because they hadn't accessed that portion of the pay table by buying it, nothing is returned to the player for that unless he has bought the second or the third, which represents the entire pay table combination. Again, this is a single pay level machine. A fourth type of game is a single line game also, and it's called a scattered pay game. These games are typified by game themes such as balloon bars, 4th of July, Spin Till You Win, Volcano. Some of those games represent not so much a variation in the pay table or the single pay line strategy, but just in play excitement. Because the game is controlled by a microprocessor, we can program in a scattered pay or a random hit feature that would be represented by, let's say, a balloon bar symbol that, when it occurs at the end of a game cycle, 1 position below the pay line will automatically rise to the pay line and initiate a pay. On a Spin Till You Win machine, certain symbols will rise to the line and then begin spinning the machine until an award amount is hit, or for a given number of cycles. There is a great variety of games available in the scattered pay category.